After 60, your legs often tire faster than the rest of your body, and what you drink may be quietly making it worse. Most older Americans believe their morning juice coffee or health drink helps keep them energized. But after 60, the way your body processes sugar, caffeine, and additives changes, quietly draining your energy instead of restoring it. Your muscle recovery slows, and your body becomes more reactive to sugar and caffeine swings. That's why even good drinks can cause crashes, according to findings from the NIH and Harvard. And this isn't something most seniors were ever warned about. You've done your best with the choices you had, but now that you know better, a few gentle shifts can bring your strength back. In this video, we'll reveal 5 drinks that may quietly weaken your legs and what to sip instead to stay balanced and energized. All science-backed, simple to follow, and designed with older Americans in mind. Let's begin with the first drink that could chip away at your strength, especially if your legs feel heavy before lunch. The most overlooked juice for tired legs: Tart cherry juice. It's something you might have sipped with a light breakfast, cold, a little tangy, tucked beside a slice of toast, or even poured over ice in the summer. Tart cherry juice feels like a wholesome, natural drink, fruity, rich in color, and full of promise. For many older adults, it's even seen as a gentle alternative to soda. But here's the twist. It's not just tasty. It might be one of the quiet powerhouses for your aging legs. Tart cherry juice is rich in anthocyanins, the deep red pigments that act like tiny anti-inflammatory messengers. When you drink it, these compounds don't just pass through your system. They target the very areas that suffer from daily wear and tear. Think of it like this. Your joints are tired hinges, creaky from years of movement. Tart cherry juice sends in a team of tiny oilers to smooth things out. Let's break it down. First, tart cherry juice is absorbed fairly steadily, not like a sugary soda that spikes your system. It's more like a gentle trickle of fuel than a sudden blast. That means fewer blood sugar spikes and more even energy for your legs throughout the day. This steady absorption is crucial for older adults, whose glucose tolerance often declines with age. Sudden spikes followed by crashes can lead to leg fatigue, imbalance, or even dizziness. By providing a more regulated stream of energy, tart cherry juice helps stabilize mood and motion, reducing that mid-afternoon slump that so many seniors face. Second, its anti-inflammatory effects act like a quiet broom. They sweep through the bloodstream, reducing the hidden swelling in the muscles and joints that often gets worse with age. Imagine walking in shoes filled with tiny weights. You don't always feel it, but day after day that resistance adds up. Tart cherry helps remove some of that weight. This matters especially for aging muscles, where inflammation becomes more chronic. As connective tissues degrade and immune responses slow, low-grade inflammation tends to linger in the lower extremities. Anthocyanins in tart cherries interrupt these inflammatory pathways, reducing cytokine levels that are often elevated in seniors, thereby easing joint stiffness and muscle heaviness. And third, its natural melatonin can support deeper sleep. Why does this matter for your legs? Because the body repairs muscle tissue while you rest. And older adults often sleep less deeply. A drink that nudges better rest is quietly rebuilding strength. Sleep is when your body releases human growth hormone and repairs micro tears in muscle fibers. In seniors, disrupted or shallow sleep delays this repair cycle, leaving leg muscles more prone to weakness, soreness, and fatigue. The melatonin in tart cherry juice, though mild, gently promotes more restorative sleep phases, especially deep NREM sleep, which are essential for tissue recovery in aging limbs. According to the National Institute on Aging, nearly 40% of people over 65 report morning leg stiffness or soreness. Many of them reach for pain relievers or extra coffee. But several studies, including one from Oregon Health and Science University, found that adults over 60 who drank 8 to 10 ounces of tart cherry juice daily for 7 to 10 days reported reduced muscle pain and better walking ability. This suggests tart cherry juice doesn't just soothe temporarily, it actually builds resilience over time. For seniors whose muscle mass and flexibility decline year by year, even a 5 to 10% improvement in morning mobility can translate into greater confidence, better balance, and reduced fall risk. So how do you use it? Don't chug it like a sports drink. Just 8 ounces a day is enough ideally after lunch or dinner. Make sure it's 100% tart cherry juice, not sweetened blends. And if it's too tangy, dilute it with a bit of cold water. Or mix it into a smoothie with Greek yogurt and cinnamon. Let's make it real. Harold, a 71-year-old retired librarian from Billings, Montana, used to struggle with calf cramps by mid-afternoon. His daughter suggested tart cherry juice, not pills, just the real juice. After adding it to his lunch routine, Harold noticed that by week 2, he could stand longer in his garden without feeling that dull ache that used to creep in. So while it might look like just another fruit drink, tart cherry juice could be the quiet helper your legs have been waiting for. It's steady. It's anti-inflammatory. It's sleep supportive. Just what aging legs need. Coming up next, a deep purple juice that's not just earthy. It fuels tired legs by opening hidden pathways inside your veins. The morning boost that opens blood flow beetroot juice. It doesn't always sit front and center in the fridge, but beetroot juice has quietly earned its place in many health aisles. It's deep purple earthy and often sold in glass bottles with labels like Heart Helper or Natural Performance Booster. But here's something most people overlook for seniors: beet juice might be the circulation support your legs have been craving. Imagine your legs as neighborhoods at the edge of a city. Blood is the delivery truck carrying oxygen, nutrients, and strength. As we age, those trucks get slower, the roads narrower, and the deliveries less consistent. Beetroot juice is like widening those roads and putting more fuel in the trucks. How it's packed with natural nitrates. These aren't the bad kind you hear about in processed meats. These are plant-based compounds that once in your body convert into nitric oxide. And nitric oxide, it relaxes blood vessels. Think of it like opening a tight valve, allowing blood to flow more freely, especially to the lower legs. For older adults, this isn't just about improving circulation. As blood vessels stiffen and the cardiovascular system slows down, blood delivery to the calves, knees, and feet becomes impaired. This can lead to cold legs, numbness, cramps, and a feeling of walking through sludge. The nitric oxide from beet juice helps restore elasticity to the vessels, improve peripheral blood pressure, and bring more power to each step. That smoother flow means more oxygen to tired calf muscles, more nutrients to aching knees, and quicker clearance of the waste products that build up during movement. It's like sending a cleanup crew after a parade. Your legs recover faster, feel lighter, and last longer. In a 2022 study published in the Journal of Gerontology, seniors who consumed a cup of beetroot juice daily for 6 days showed a 15% improvement in walking endurance and reduced perceived leg fatigue. For older adults, poor circulation often leads to numb feet, cramping calves, or struggling up steps by noon. After just a few days of regular intake, the difference, especially in the legs, which are often last in line for blood supply, can become surprisingly noticeable. But there's more. Beetroot juice helps manage blood pressure, a bonus for older adults trying to keep things balanced. And it doesn't spike blood sugar like many fruit juices do. It's earthy, not sweet. And that slow release of energy matters, especially when you're trying to avoid mid-morning crashes. This is especially helpful because aging bodies typically have slower metabolisms and heightened sensitivity to sugar. A juice with a low glycemic impact, like beetroot, keeps insulin levels from swinging wildly, helping seniors avoid the fatigue surge crash cycle so common with sugary drinks. How to use it? Start small, just 4 to 6 ounces a day, preferably in the morning or before light exercise. Look for cold-pressed or concentrate versions without added sugar. And if the taste is too bold, mix it with a bit of apple cider vinegar and ginger, or blend it with a green apple. Here's a story. Gloria, a 68-year-old former postal worker from Albuquerque, New Mexico, found herself winded walking up her porch steps. Her doctor mentioned circulation. Her granddaughter suggested beetroot juice. Skeptical but curious, Gloria began sipping 5 ounces before her morning walk. Within 10 days, she wasn't just climbing the steps, she was adding a second block to her route. So don't underestimate this purple powerhouse. It might not be trendy, but for older legs, it's quietly powerful. And now, something even older than beetroot. A golden comfort that doesn't just warm your belly. It helps your joints feel younger from within. The healing broth that restores aging knees, bone broth. It's not flashy. It doesn't come in bright-colored bottles or get featured in smoothie bars. But for centuries, bone broth has been a quiet staple in healing, warm, steady comforting. And for seniors, it's one of the most underrated allies for joint support and muscle repair. Picture your legs like the frame of a house. Knees, ankles and hips are the hinges that keep you moving. As time passes, the grease in those joints starts to thin. Bone broth. It's like sending in natural oil to restore the hinges. Why does it work? Real bone broth, made by simmering bones for hours, contains collagen, gelatin, and amino acids. These aren't just fancy nutrition terms. They're the building blocks your body uses to repair cartilage, support tendons, and maintain muscle tone. When you drink it, you're not just warming your belly, you're sending raw materials straight to your bones and joints. And that's vital in aging bodies where natural collagen production drops dramatically after 60. As cartilage thins and joints dry out, stiffness becomes common and recovery slows. Bone broth helps replenish what the body stops making on its own collagen types, ITO2 and the 3, all essential for strong connective tissue and joint padding. Let's talk recovery. As we age, our muscles repair slower. After walking, gardening, or even a light grocery trip, your legs may feel more sore than they used to. Bone broth offers glycine and proline amino acids that help rebuild tissue. It's like giving your legs a quiet patch-up team while you sit and sip. Glycine also plays a role in anti-inflammatory pathways and promotes better sleep, both crucial for overnight repair. Older adults often experience micro damage in their leg muscles from everyday activity, and without enough amino acids, those tiny tears linger longer, contributing to lingering soreness or morning stiffness. In 2023, researchers from Tufts University published findings showing that older adults who included 8 ounces of bone broth daily for 4 weeks experienced improved joint flexibility and decreased reports of nighttime leg cramps. Without a steady supply of collagen and supportive amino acids, aging knees and hips often become creaky, resistant, and more prone to pain with movement. Just 1 warm cup a day can help re-lubricate those joints from the inside out, restoring ease in basic movements like climbing stairs or rising from a chair. But not all broth is equal. Skip the boxed stock with salt and additives. Look for slow-simmered versions, either homemade or from trusted brands that list bones water and vinegar as the top ingredients. You can even freeze it into cubes for easy daily use. How to use it. 1 small cup, about 6 to 8 ounces in the evening, perhaps with a sprinkle of turmeric or black pepper. It's more than cozy, it's functional. Meet Vince, a 76-year-old train conductor from Ohio. After retiring, he noticed his knees cracking and legs tiring faster. His wife, who grew up on traditional recipes, began making bone broth. Within 2 weeks of sipping it each night, Vince felt less stiff in the mornings and even got back to tending his rose bushes, kneeling and all. Bone broth isn't loud, but for aging legs, it speaks strength in every warm sip. So while it may not look exciting, bone broth quietly nourishes joints, tissues, and movement in a way few trendy drinks ever could. Next, a spiced drink passed down through generations, now helping inflamed knees calm down and rest better overnight. The nighttime drink that repairs aging joints, golden milk. It's warm, comforting, often made with steamed milk, a dash of honey, and that signature golden hue. Many people over 60 may know it as turmeric milk, a drink passed down in traditional kitchens, now finding its way into American coffee shops as golden milk. But beyond the cozy flavor and nostalgic aroma, this drink holds serious power for aching legs. Here's why. At the center of golden milk is turmeric, a bright yellow spice containing curcumin, one of the most studied natural anti-inflammatory agents in the world. When curcumin enters your body, it acts like a fire crew entering a smoky building. It doesn't just put out visible flames, it searches for hidden sparks in muscles and joints, especially where inflammation lingers. For older adults, this is critical. Chronic low-grade inflammation, often called inflammaging, silently erodes muscle tissue, aggravates joints, and delays healing. Curcumin targets the root of that inflammation, helping ease pain, not just in moments of flare-up, but as a baseline daily repair process. As we age, low-level inflammation often becomes constant. Doctors even have a name for it, inflammaging. You don't always see it, but you feel it in stiff knees, slow recovery after walking, or that dull ache that settles in by nightfall. Golden milk, taken consistently, helps turn down the heat from the inside out. But the magic isn't in turmeric alone. Golden milk often includes black pepper, and that's key. Pepper contains piperine, which boosts your body's ability to absorb curcumin by up to 2,000%, Johns Hopkins, 2023. Without it, you miss the full effect. This combination is especially important in seniors whose gut absorption efficiency declines over time. Piperine acts like a key unlocking curcumin's full therapeutic effect, even in aging digestive systems. Without it, the anti-inflammatory potential of turmeric would largely be lost. According to a 2023 report by the National Center for Complementary and Integrative Health, seniors who drank turmeric-based beverages 4 times a week saw a 23% reduction in lower limb stiffness within 1 month. In aging bodies, this means less limping out of bed, fewer ankle twinges, and deeper overnight recovery. These results point to more than just short-term relief. They suggest that golden milk, when used consistently, may actively recondition the joints, improving elasticity, restoring morning mobility, and supporting nighttime muscle recovery that many seniors lose as sleep quality declines. Let's make this real. Think of your muscles as tired cords, stretched from years of use. Inflammation frays those cords. Turmeric, carried in warm milk, acts like a salve, softening, nourishing, helping to smooth the tension. Curcumin also supports mitochondrial health, the energy centers of muscle cells, which decline with age. That means turmeric may not only soothe sore joints, but also improve how efficiently your legs use energy during daily movement. And unlike many pills or powders, golden milk is soothing to drink, especially in the evening. It helps wind down the nervous system and supports rest. That's when healing begins. This evening ritual can be particularly meaningful for seniors who struggle with light or fragmented sleep. The warmth of the milk calms the vagus nerve, while turmeric and cinnamon help regulate cortisol, making it easier to drift into restorative sleep, the kind where muscles rebuild and inflammation subsides. How to make it? Warm unsweetened almond milk or oat milk. Stir in half a teaspoon of turmeric, a pinch of black pepper, and a touch of cinnamon. Add honey if needed, but just a teaspoon. Let it simmer gently. Sip slowly, preferably after dinner. Let's visit Shirley, a 73-year-old former piano teacher from Eugene, Oregon. She used to wake up with stiff ankles that made getting out of bed a small battle. Her daughter brought over a thermos of golden milk one night. Shirley liked the taste and began making it part of her evening routine. By the 3rd week, she noticed she could walk to the mailbox in the morning without shuffling. Golden milk isn't just trendy, it's timeless. And for aging legs, it's like sending in a gentle, golden repair crew. That's the real power of golden milk. It turns down inflammation while turning up rest and recovery. For seniors, it's more than a drink, it's daily repair. And finally, let's visit a green, creamy blend that brings minerals, muscle-friendly fats, and a steady kind of morning energy. The over 60 smoothie that rebuilds leg strength green smoothie. It might remind you of a younger generation's breakfast trend, a green drink in a mason jar sipped post-yoga. But for older adults, a well-crafted green smoothie can be far more than a wellness fad. It can be a quiet muscle builder, especially when your legs feel like they're slowing down. Let's break it down. The base, spinach rich in magnesium, potassium, and vitamin K. These nutrients act like quiet regulators, helping muscles contract and relax properly, reducing cramps and supporting bone density. Think of spinach as the mineral blanket your legs need daily. These minerals are especially crucial for seniors whose bones lose density and whose muscles lose precision in contraction with age. Magnesium deficiency, common in people over 60, can cause nighttime leg cramps and increased fatigue. Vitamin K supports calcium placement, so your legs stay strong, not brittle. Add banana, not just for taste, but for steady potassium, which helps reduce twitchy nerves and nighttime leg spasms. Potassium is vital for maintaining proper fluid balance and electrical signaling in muscles. As kidney efficiency and hydration decline with age, older adults are more vulnerable to imbalances leading to jumpy legs at night or weakness during movement. A banana delivers gentle, natural support. And here's the twist that makes it senior strong: almond butter. It adds healthy fats and a modest dose of plant-based protein. For aging bodies, muscle loss sarcopenia is a real threat. Without regular protein intake, the legs, often the first to weaken, gradually lose power. Almond butter is easy to digest, non-inflammatory, and adds texture to the drink. As we age, anabolic resistance sets in, meaning the body needs more protein stimulus to repair and build muscle. The plant protein and monounsaturated fats in almond butter help overcome this barrier by supporting muscle protein synthesis without taxing digestion. It's especially helpful for older adults who no longer tolerate large meat-based meals. Now picture this. Your legs are like old ropes. They've held strong for decades, but now they need daily oiling and soft reinforcement. A smoothie made from spinach, banana, almond butter, and oat milk delivers just that gentle strength, not bulk. In a 2024 report from the Harvard Aging and Nutrition Project, seniors who consumed a green smoothie with leafy greens and nut butter 5 times a week had fewer leg cramps, better balance scores, and more energy for daily walks. This research highlights that consistency, not quantity, is key for seniors. Small digestible servings of key nutrients delivered in a liquid format bypass chewing fatigue and absorption issues, helping the body fuel up even on slower mornings. That translates into safer steps, steadier mornings, and longer walks. It's not just muscle loss. They often feel cement legs, shaky knees, or early morning exhaustion without steady protein. How to make it: blend 1 handful of raw spinach, half a banana, 1 tablespoon almond butter, and 3/4 cup unsweetened oat milk. Optional: a dash of cinnamon or a 1/4 teaspoon flax seeds for fiber. Drink it as a mid-morning boost or light lunch companion. Let's meet Terrence, a 67-year-old retired firefighter in Tampa, Florida. He used to skip breakfast, then crash by 11 a.m. Legs, heavy, knees tight. His neighbor suggested a green smoothie. At first he laughed, but after 2 weeks of sipping one every morning, Terrence noticed he could walk his dog longer and even take the stairs without that cement legs feeling. This drink isn't about trends. It's about steady, lasting strength for your legs. This isn't just a breakfast trend. For older adults, it's a reliable, protein-rich way to support leg strength without heavy meals or complicated prep. Because after all these years, your legs don't need more noise. They need quiet fuel, gentle care, and support that lasts. The drinks we once saw as simple extras: a splash of juice with toast, a warm cup before bed, a green blend after breakfast, may have been doing more than we realized. They may be the quiet protectors of your strength. Because after 60, what you sip doesn't just quench your thirst. It shapes how steady your mornings feel, how strong your legs stay, how well you recover from even the smallest tasks. The good news: you don't have to change everything. Just one smarter sip each day can begin to restore what time has gently worn down. You've spent a lifetime showing up for others, pushing through, holding steady, standing tall. Now, it's time to give that same quiet care back to yourself. Your legs, the very ones that carried you through years of work, family, and love, deserve that care in return. Not through extremes, but through small, thoughtful choices your body will welcome. So if any of these drinks spoke to you, save this list for later. Share it with someone whose steps have felt a little heavier lately. And if you'd like more simple science-backed tips like these, subscribe and stay with us. We're walking this path beside you, one strong step at a time.